Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. My topic today is Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal has been out of the news for a long time. In fact, one even forgot the way he looks because one has not been seeing him on television and other media for a long time. Anyway, the reason I want to talk to you about Arvind Kejriwal is because Arvind Kejriwal says, BJP and Congress are there together. You see, BJP put all our leaders behind bars. But why are they not putting Congress leaders behind bar? I used to hear this kind of arguments, this kind of debates, this kind of logic when in school. In school level, people used to say, "Mere ko marta hai, usko nahi marta hai." All that I used to learn here in school. This is the first time I'm hearing in as an adult and that too in real politics. So let's get right into the show. Let's talk about Arvind Kejriwal. Okay. Let's first understand this gentleman called Arvind Kejriwal. Let's see his growth. Let's see how he became what he is. You see, there was a movement called India Against Corruption. Now, India Against Corruption, a lot of us believe, and we believe it. This is my opinion in this case. A lot of us believe that India Against Corruption was a stage-managed activation. It was a staged managed activation. It was managed. There were characters. There were roles given to each character. Somebody would sit like Gandhi and somebody would be acting Nehru, and there would be one guy who runs around with the flag across the stage. So everybody had a character in that particular scene. So it was almost like a film. And each of these members played their roles brilliantly. Brilliantly. But I believe this entire event was a sham. And I have reasons to believe that. It's my reasons, of course. I have reasons to believe that. Like I said, it's my opinion. You see, once Raju Parulekar and we were doing an interview, and Raju Parulekar had mentioned an incident where Anna Hazare, Raju Parulekar, mind you, at that point in time, not when I interviewed him, but he was mentioning about the time he was the secretary to Anna Hazare. Anna Hazare had secretary also. Secretary to Anna Hazare. Raju Parulekar was told that Anna Hazare is now in Maunvrat. Matlab, he will not speak. Maunvrat. Now, at that point in time, another friend of mine, who was, I think, then the editor of IBN Lokmat, Ravi Ambekar, Ravi was interviewing Raju Parulekar. This was happening in Raju Parulekar's house. So Ravi was interviewing Raju Parulekar, and Ravi went to interview Raju Parulekar because he wanted to know about Anna Hazare's Maunvrat and how many days and how is he going to do it and all of that. So it was, Anna Hazare was the most happening guy those days. So actually everybody was interested in knowing what he's doing and so on and so forth. But look at the mockery. Now, Raju Parulekar as a young daughter, and she was a baby those days. She was a very small kid those days. While Raju was being mic'd by Ravi's team, the Lokmat team, this little girl came running out with a phone in her hand saying that Baba, Annancha phone hai. Which means in Marathi, she said, Dad, Anna is calling you. Ravi looked at Raju and said, what the hell? Anna is calling you. He's supposed to be on Maunvrat, isn't he? And Raju attended that call. He spoke to you about that in one of my interviews. Ravi confirmed this. Ravi Ambekar also confirmed this.
Ravi Ambekar, Ravi Ambekar,
yes.
So Ravi Ambekar asked me, "Arey, मैं आऊँ क्या?" तो तब आशुतोष उसका एडिटर था. वो 7 कुछ था चैनल उसका 7. IBN 7. तो वो जब आया ना, तो अन्ना मौन पे पूरे देश में हाहाकार के अन्ना मौन. और मेरी बेटी थी घर में, अंदर से मेरा फोन वहां से लेके दौड़ते हुए, बाबा अन्ना का फोन है. और रवि अंबेकर जस्ट दरवाजे पे था
और अन्ना माउंटब्रथ में था.
रवि को सब मालूम था ये चापलूसी सब इसकी.
This was Anna Hazare, the person who we elevated to be the next Gandhi. Gandhi wrote my experiments with truth, I think Anna Hazare should write a different book. Possibly my experiences of twisting the truth. Maybe. Anyway, this was the basis, this was the premises, this was the foundation of Aam Aadmi Party. Now, let's talk about the AAP, the Aam Aadmi Party. Arvind Kejriwal all of a sudden thought that, yaar, mazak mein yaar, people started taking me seriously. I am no longer a character in a role, but I have my own fan following now. So there was ambition, and he was always ambitious. Ambition to become the Prime Minister, ambition to become the Chief Minister, ambition to become autocratic, where he said, I will put media behind bars, I will put, all that happened. All that happened. And a lot of this trolling and all that was part of what you call as BJP IT cell. There was also an AAP IT cell once upon a time. I know I've been trolled a lot by this AAP IT cell. So the fact remains that he also created his own ecosystem, and to the surprise of his sponsors, of people who backed him, of people who really created this stage for him, and at the cost of stabbing them at their back, he said, I am also going to stand for politics. I am also going to be the Prime Minister of this country. This is where Arvind Kejriwal came in. Now, Arvind Kejriwal started AAP. In fact, the characteristic of AAP was everything reverse to what India Against Corruption stood for. AAP used to lie. Arvind Kejriwal used to lie. He first said, I will not get into politics, got into politics. He said, I will never take any alliance from any political party, especially Congress. So he took alliance. He was allied to Congress in Delhi elections. And so on and so forth. Then it is just a series of lies that was spoken, and that happened. The interesting and the most surprising part is that India Against Corruption was India Against Corruption. And Arvind Kejriwal and AAP became more corrupt than most of the political parties in India. Most of his top ministers were put behind bars, right, wrong or otherwise. There has to be fire for a smoke. Let us be very clear about it. So it can't be just innocent people being picked up and put behind bars. That can happen, no? The link went to south everywhere. Liquor scam, liquor license scam link. So there was an investigation conducted, and I'm sure the investigation will continue. And all of a sudden we found this party that was set up to bring about anti-corruption, that pulled down UPA government, saying they're the most corrupt government, 4G, 5G, 2G, 3G and all, is actually seen as one of the most corrupt parties in India. Every person involved in AAP was seen as corrupt. This is what Arvind Kejriwal gifted to the country. This was the product of that another gentleman called Anna Hazare. Now, if you see, most of the political parties, therefore, were not very interested in tying up with Arvind Kejriwal. Rahul Gandhi was never interested in tying up with Arvind Kejriwal. A lot of people asked him, why are you not so excited about tying up with Arvind Kejriwal? End of the day, politics, there's no permanent friends and no permanent enemies. But he was definitely not interested in tying up with Arvind Kejriwal. Let me tell you that. Personally, he hated the sheer idea of tying up with Arvind Kejriwal. A lot of BJP members, top BJP members, would rather lose an election than tie up with Arvind Kejriwal. RSS would back out of any campaign, to the best of my understanding, would back out of any campaign if they had to support Arvind Kejriwal. Do you wonder why these parties were so anti-Arvind Kejriwal? Because end of the day, politics is a dirty game. But somewhere down the line, Arvind Kejriwal was a superstar of that game. He excelled in that game of politics. And that's precisely why people never trusted Arvind Kejriwal. This is my understanding. This is my experience of talking to people and what I understood from various political parties. I have just one or two politicians who have told me good things about Arvind Kejriwal. This is my opinion, but this is my experience that I share with you. Now, the last point that I want to make.
भाई ये इतना शोर मचा रहे हैं, नेशनल हेराल्ड हो गया, नेशनल हेराल्ड हो गया, नेशनल हेराल्ड हो गया. मेरे को नहीं पता क्या है नेशनल हेराल्ड. मैंने इंटरनेट पे जाके पढ़ा क्या है नेशनल हेराल्ड. सुनने में तो काफी खतरनाक लगता है. जो उसके फैक्ट्स हैं उससे तो लगता है कि ओपन एंड शट केस है. हमारे को बिल्कुल फर्जी केस बना के, कंप्लीटली फर्जी केस बना के हमारे को इन्होंने जेल भेज दिया. उनमें से कोई, गांधी परिवार से कोई जेल नहीं गया अभी तक.
I think Arvind Kejriwal today is talking about only I am arrested, my people are arrested, see Congress is not arrested, see Robert Vadra, so many corruption cases, Congress, so many corruption cases, National Herald, it is an open and shut case. Open and shut case, a lot of people say even the liquor scam is an open and shut case. A lot of people say that too. No, right, wrong, otherwise I don't know. He says National Herald is open and shut case, right, wrong, otherwise I also don't know. So the same difference, isn't it? So all this, diverting attention to Congress, again going back and trying to hit Congress. Is he trying to raise that white flag and saying, Baba, BJP, I'm sorry, bas ho gaya, ab nahi mangta hai, I want to be I want to have a truce with you. Is this that indication? Is this that indication where he says, yaar, bhool chook maaf, please take me back or let me be with you? Is this that indication? And to the best of my knowledge, like I said, I don't think, at least the current leadership, I don't think Bharatiya Janata Party or especially the RSS, Bharatiya Janata Party, I don't know. If there is a lot of political pressure, maybe, I don't know. But Rashtra Swayamsevak Sangh, whether they will ever want to associate with Arvind Kejriwal, that's a question that we need to wait and watch. So this is what I wanted to speak to you about Arvind Kejriwal. I thought I should get this topic in front of you is because it's time that we actually talk about what we think has happened in the last 10 years. It is very necessary that a common man in this country understands politics, understands your politicians, understands the way political strategy happens in this country. I think it's high time. It's high time we, as common people of this country, stops taking our leaders, political leaders, too seriously, or calling second Gandhi and Chanakya, these kind of titles that we offer so benevolently to these people. We should start thinking. We should start thinking, and before we believe somebody or believe some campaign or believe some activity, let us start thinking and for 10 minutes think like a politician. And and let's ask ourselves, are we being taken for a ride? I think it's high time we start thinking. More than blaming others and politicians and the way they take us for a ride and the way they jump parties and the way they kill democracy and all that, let us first talk to ourselves. Let us first change ourselves as people. Let us understand our democracy. Let us understand politics. And possibly then we will start actually understanding the real politicians. Then possibly we will start understanding the reality of our politicians. It is so important as citizens of this country to understand. That's the point I wanted to make. Namaskar.